It starts as a streak of light across the evening sky. A billion people look up in wonder. Cameras flash, hashtags trend. But astronomers watching through their telescopes go pale. That beautiful streak isn't passing by. It's not just catching the sun, it's accelerating toward us. It's growing brighter, larger, closer. At first, the world doesn't believe it. News anchors call it fake. Politicians demand calm. They cite orbital statistics from decades past, clinging to the comforting narrative of a reliable celestial clockwork. But within hours, space agencies confirm the impossible. Halley's Comet is on a direct collision course with Earth. For centuries, Halley's Comet has been our cosmic visitor, a frozen time capsule from the birth of the solar system, swinging by every 75 years like clockwork. The ancient Chinese called it the broom star. Medieval Europeans saw it as a sword of fire. In 1066, it was woven into the Bayeux Tapestry, signaling the doom of King Harold. Mark Twain was born under its light and died when it returned. It's the comet that connects us across millennia, a celestial ghost that never meant harm. But this time something changed. A gravitational nudge, a tiny orbital miscalculation, or perhaps an unseen fragment from the Oort cloud gave it a slight, deadly push. Now, our ancient friend has become our executioner. Halley's Comet isn't made of fire. It only looks that way. In reality, it's a frozen mountain, 11 kilometers wide, composed of ice, dust, rock, and carbon molecules older than Earth itself. To put that 11 kilometers in perspective, that's roughly the length of Manhattan Island, only moving 50 times faster than a bullet. When it nears the sun, solar heat boils its surface. Jets of gas erupt like geysers, creating a glowing coma and that magnificent flaming tail. It's not burning, it's evaporating, a cosmic snowball turning itself into light. The tail alone can stretch for millions of miles, but it is less dense than the best vacuum we can create in a lab. It's a spectacular illusion. Scientists call it the dirty snowball of creation. It's a messenger from the dawn of time, carrying the chemical seeds that once helped form planets. These seeds include complex organic molecules, the very building blocks of life, delivered fresh from the deep freeze of the solar system's edge. But if that messenger hits Earth, the message is extinction. Weeks before impact, telescopes confirm there's no way to deflect it in time. Nations launch desperate missions, nuclear warheads, kinetic impactors, but it's too late. The comet's mass is too great, its speed too fast, over 70 kilometers per second. That velocity, over 150,000 miles per hour, means any human intervention is akin to throwing sand at a hurricane. Even if we hit it head-on with every missile on Earth, the sheer momentum of the ice and rock would only shatter it into billions of burning fragments, still destined to fall. Instead of one impact point, the world faces a rain of fire across multiple continents. Airports jam, oceans fill with fleeing ships. The world's richest prepare to abandon the surface, but there is no safe place left to go. Religions erupt in mass prayer. Some people party under the comet's growing light, their final night on Earth. Others hide in bunkers, hoping to outlive a world-ending fireball. The final breakdown of social order arrives not with war, but with the cold, undeniable truth of the cosmos. On the last night, Halley's Comet dominates the sky. It's so close you can see its icy ridges and tail splitting the heavens. The light reflecting off its nucleus is bright enough to read by. The air hums. The oceans bulge toward it. Birds fly in chaotic circles. Animals panic. Magnetic fields fluctuate wildly. The very ground beneath our feet seems to anticipate its doom, warming slightly from tectonic strain. The world holds its breath. Then silence, a flash brighter than the sun. The final thing humanity ever sees is the beginning of everything else. The comet slams into the Pacific Ocean with a force greater than all the nuclear weapons ever detonated, combined 1 billion times over. We are talking about an impact energy equivalent to a 100 million megaton explosion. The ocean itself explodes. Water becomes plasma. Over 300 trillion metric tons of water are instantly vaporized, ejected as superheated steam and debris into the atmosphere. The seafloor craters open into molten pits. A shock wave rips through the crust, circling the globe in seconds. Coastal cities, San Francisco, Manila, Tokyo, Sydney, vanish in an instant under mega-tsunamis hundreds of meters high. These aren't just waves, they are fast-moving walls of super-compressed water carrying debris from the seafloor and stripping clean everything they touch. Entire continents tremble as tectonic plates jolt violently. Earthquakes erupt simultaneously in Asia, the Americas, Africa, the entire planet convulsing like a living creature in agony. The fireball climbs into the sky, a pillar of plasma hotter than the surface of the sun. Everything within 1,000 kilometers instantly vaporizes. Air turns to flame. Trees ignite spontaneously. The atmosphere itself catches fire, creating a global thermal pulse that fries vegetation and animal life across the majority of the planet's surface within minutes. The night sky glows red for days. If the comet hit land instead, the crater would span 150 kilometers across and dig 30 kilometers deep, enough to reach Earth's mantle. Shock waves circle the globe, and debris the size of mountains hurtles into space, only to rain back down in a deadly meteor storm. This isn't just rock. This is molten ejecta, reheated by friction as it re-enters the atmosphere. Every falling rock reignites the atmosphere, setting the sky ablaze again and again. Within hours, sunlight is gone. Billions of tons of dust, soot, and vaporized stone fill the sky, blocking all light. Earth enters an impact winter. The immediate temperature drop is catastrophic, plunging the planet into a deep freeze comparable to the darkest depths of an ice age, but occurring in mere weeks. Temperatures plummet, photosynthesis stops, crops die, the oceans turn acidic from chemical rain. The chemical fallout includes vast amounts of nitric acid created by the impact superheating the atmosphere, dissolving life at a molecular level. Ash falls like black snow. Animals perish first, then humans. Within weeks, global civilization collapses. Power grids fail, communications vanish. The survivors, scattered in underground bunkers, watch their breath crystallize in the cold dark. Their supplies, meant for months, are now required for years, forcing desperate rationing and brutal isolation. Volcanoes awaken from the shock. Magma chambers burst, spewing rivers of fire across continents. The vast pressure changes on the crust trigger super-volcanoes that haven't erupted in millennia, adding a toxic mixture of sulfur dioxide to the atmosphere, further darkening the world. The sky turns a toxic orange, filled with lightning and acid rain. Radiation from space floods the surface as Earth's magnetic field flickers. The loss of the magnetic field's full protection exposes the surface to lethal solar and cosmic radiation. Months later, the world is silent. Only the howling winds remain. The oceans are black mirrors frozen under sheets of chemical ice. Even bacteria struggle to survive. The geological record of this moment, a thin, dark layer of iridium and soot, will be a permanent marker in the planet's history, much like the one that killed the dinosaurs. But eventually, decades later, the dust begins to settle. The sky clears, and from the ashes, green returns. Tiny ferns sprout through the cracks of shattered concrete. Evolution restarts. Humanity, if any survived, begins again, in a colder, quieter world. They are no longer defined by technology, but by their sheer will to survive and their reverence for the life that remains. In theory, yes, but only if we act early enough. NASA's DART mission proved that a spacecraft can nudge an asteroid slightly off course. But Halley's Comet is bigger, faster, and made of fragile ice. A nuclear blast might vaporize part of it, but that could split it into a deadly shotgun blast instead of one bullet. The ice and dust components make it prone to fragmentation, turning one threat into 100 smaller, simultaneous extinction events. Our best chance would be decades of preparation, using solar sails or gravitational tractors to gradually alter its orbit. But this demands global cooperation, long-term vision, and billions of dollars. And right now, humanity can't even agree on climate change. The political will required to fund a planetary defense system for a threat decades away remains science fiction. So, if Halley's Comet ever turned toward us, we'd probably spend our final months arguing on social media while governments scramble to build underground arcs. The failure wouldn't be scientific. It would be a failure of human nature to look past the next news cycle. If Earth somehow survived, it would be unrecognizable. The impact could tilt the planet's axis by several degrees. This axial tilt change would fundamentally alter global weather systems and ocean currents, erasing millennia of climate stability. Seasons would shift dramatically. Snow in the Sahara, tropical rains in Siberia. Tides would vanish or double, depending on the crater's displacement of oceans. New mountain ranges would rise from molten crust, and a permanent scar, visible from orbit, would mark the place where history ended. This massive iridium-laced scar would be the defining feature of the new globe, a permanent monument to human fragility. Future generations, if any, might live in domed habitats, powered by geothermal energy. They tell stories of the sky fire, of the day the heavens fell. Civilization would rebuild slowly, shaped by fear and reverence for the stars. Their mythology would be a mix of scientific fact and ancestral terror. And maybe thousands of years later, when another comet passes by, humans, or whatever replaces us, will look up and whisper, "Not again." Halley's Comet has passed Earth safely for thousands of years. It never meant to harm us, but its existence reminds us how fragile everything is. A single rock, older than humanity, could end it all, not out of malice, but indifference. Yet in that fragility lies a strange beauty, because we are the only species that looks up, understands the danger, and dares to stop it. The same curiosity that once feared the night sky now builds rockets to reach it. Our consciousness is the only thing that stands between the orderly chaos of the universe and the silent collapse of our civilization. And as long as we keep looking up and working together, we might just have a chance. So next time Halley's Comet graces our sky, don't just take a photo, take a breath. Remember the vast, indifferent power it carries. Because what you're seeing isn't just a visitor, it's a reminder that in a universe built on chaos, our survival depends on how united we are. If this deep dive into the impossible shocked you, hit that like button and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The universe is full of terrifying possibilities, and we're here to explore them all. Don't face the unknown alone. Subscribe to Crazy What If for more insane scenarios every week. And before you go, click on the video here to find out what might happen next.